Okay, so what I had planned was to do a review of some books that would be useful for playing and learning guitar. In order to do that, what I wanted to do was pull out my classical guitar and use that. But what I found was when I opened the case, we had a broken string. So two things I'm going to do right now. One is I'm going to play the guitar before and after changing the strings. I'm going to be putting on some D'Addario Pro Arte EJ45 3D strings. So it's kind of a review of the strings and also explaining how to put them on this guitar. So now I'm going to play on the 5 strings to the left. The D string is gone, which is not a bad string to lose because there's some things you can play that you can kind of overcome that D string not being there. So what I'm going to play is a Romance. And the old string, there's just some cheap Martin strings, so it'll give something to compare with the new strings. So here goes. Whoops. So that's the old strings. So I'm going to be installing these D'Addario strings. The nice thing about them is that they come in packets that are all sealed up so that you get a fresh set of strings. I've already cut this open. What we have is some nice silver looking strings. I guess these are silver plated. They're not the cheapest strings. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change these strings one by one. Now what some people recommend is that you don't take off all the strings at once. You keep the tension on the guitar so that the neck doesn't have to undergo, you know, a big variation in tension. I've read on the internet some other people say that doesn't matter. Just kind of follow that kind of conventional wisdom, and I'm just going to change these one by one. So one string is already off. I already pulled out the string. Now what we have to do is on this side of the guitar, it's a little bit more complex than an acoustic guitar, which has the bridge pins in there. This one you actually have to tie a little knot, which goes when you thread this string through a hole that goes through the bridge. Then you have to bring it back on itself. Let's try it like this. So I'm going to hold it at this angle here, and there is a hole right there, so I catch the string on the other end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this around. I'm going to bring it around the top. It could be either way actually, but I'm going to bring it around the top. And then what you have to do is I'm going to bring this under this piece here and make a few spirals around this part of the string. What just happened is that I thought I was recording while I was putting this D string on, but apparently I wasn't. So what I'm going to do right now is do another string. I'm going to change all the strings, and I've got my little gadget here. I think this is a Planet Waves, and what this can help to do is to unwind the strings quickly. So make sure I'm turning this the right way. You don't need to unwind it too much, because once it becomes loose, actually you can just start to unthread the string right here. And once we get some tension on this, I'm trying to keep this under tension over here so that I don't lose the knot. And the other end I'm going to thread through after I've taken this little label off. That's now going to thread through the hole that's in the middle of this capstan over here. And I don't know if you can see this, so I'm going to turn this around, and then you can thread it back through again. So once it's come around, what I could do is take this, thread it through from the bottom side, and then that's just an extra being a little bit more extra secure. It's a good thing if you can let the string, while it's winding, to trap the string that you've just pushed through. So I'm going to pull it to this side just so that it goes over the string, and then it goes on this side, and then when I'm winding, when it gets past this point, I'm going to let it go over the top of the string. So it's just capturing that. It's just capturing this free end of the string, and then I'm going to wind it. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to put this special tool on now. Okay, so that's in place, and then this is going to tighten up itself. Once you get some more tension on there, then it's going to slip a little bit, and you should be left with a string that's securely fastened. All right, so I'm going to bring this up to tune. Okay. So here's the string I just put on previously. So just making sure. Okay, and there we are. So I'm going to do all the other strings, and then I'm going to let you hear it. Okay, the strings are on. I'm still having a little bit of trouble with them stretching and going out of tune, but I want to play this comparison so that you can hear it. Okay, so here we go. Little bit of ad lib there. That's that. Hopefully you can tell the difference, and they certainly look nicer. So that's those D'Addario strings. So I hope you found that interesting, and remember, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon.